Everyone, it is Miss Japri and I am here with you again. I have missed you guys. It has been yet another week that we have last come together and I am so happy to see you. I'm set up a little differently today, and as you can see my dining room table in the back. And that is on purpose because I have a question. Can you tell me what this is? Yes, it's a salt shaker. And we see salt shakers all the time when we go to other people's homes, when we go to restaurants, or even fast food places. But what is missing? Yes, the pepper, salt and pepper go together. Salt and pepper are complements to food. They go well together, like peanut butter and jelly, ketchup and mustard. How about butter and syrup? Yes, delicious, right? So today, I have a really cool video for you to watch about David and his friend Jonathan. And they have such a unique story about friendship. I want you to pay attention to the situation that is going on around them because it's not the best. David was a shepherd boy chosen by God to become Israel's next king. Jonathan was a prince, the son of King Saul. After David killed Goliath, King Saul brought David into his home. Soon, David and Jonathan became very good friends, best friends practically. But as David grew into a young man, Saul's jealousy threatened his friendship with Jonathan, and it caused a wedge to build in between their friendship. So let's check out this video and see how this story ends.
Slapstick Theater, David and Jonathan. This is Jonathan.
Hey!
Who was the son of King Saul and a warrior in Israel's army. This is David,
Hey!
who would later become the king of Israel.
Alright?
After David defeated a great giant, he was brought before King Saul and he met Jonathan. They immediately became friends.
Yeah!
And Jonathan made a pact with David and showed him that by giving David his robe and weapons.
Oh, hang on.
From that time on, David was successful in all he did. And King Saul became jealous of David and very angry. Saul wanted his servants and Jonathan to get rid of David, but because Jonathan loved his friend David, he warned David of what his father was planning.
Oh.
Jonathan went to his father, King Saul, and talked him out of harming David.
Okay.
For a time, David was safe from King Saul's plans.
Phew.
But not long after, the king's jealousy and anger came back, and he tried to kill David.
Whoa!
David got away, and his friend Jonathan came to help him.
Hang on there.
Jonathan tried again to talk his father out of hurting David.
No.
But now King Saul was convinced he needed David to be gone. Jonathan was angry and sad that his father would not let his friend go. And he knew that David would have to go into hiding and run from King Saul. Jonathan met David one last time, and the two cried and said their goodbyes. Jonathan told David to go in peace and that they had a special bond in God's name. Then David left and lived a life on the run from King Saul, and Jonathan returned to the town. Even though they were separated, the two were the best of friends and were an encouragement to one another.
Yeah!
So you see, David and Jonathan were true best friends. Both men lived up to their word. When Jonathan found out that his father wanted to kill David, he sent his friend away. So we've learned that best friends aren't best friends just because they can get something from one another, but it's really because best friends is really about putting the other friend first. So for example, when times are good, he wants us to celebrate with our friends. And then when times are not so good, he still wants us to remain loyal. A true friend is a friend at all times, even during pandemics such as this time. So I want you to think about one of your very best friends, someone that maybe you haven't spoken to in a while. And I want you to take some time to figure out what is the best way that I can spend time with my very best friend right now. Could it be a simple phone call? Could it be lots of text back and forth? Or could it be a video chat like Zoom or Google Hangouts? You decide. Get permission from your parents and find out when's the best time that you can hang out with your good friend. So there's a scripture that I wanted to share with you. It comes from Proverbs chapter 17, verse 17. And it says, "A friend is always loyal, and a brother is born to help in the time of need." And the video with David and Jonathan showed us exactly that. Jonathan was there to help his friend. There's another translation of that verse from the Message Bible, and I like the way that it reads. It says, "Friends love through all kinds of weather, and families stick together in all kinds of trouble." That scripture is so special right now because a lot of times during troubled times, our friends kind of feel like family. During this time where we're far away from our friends, let's think about ways that we can spend time with them, whether it's by giving them a phone call or sending them lots of texts. Ask your parents, what way can you spend time with your friend this week? So my prayer today is that God will forgive us for those times that we weren't very good friends to others, and that He will help us to be faithful to our friends, and that He will bless us to have friends that will be faithful to us during good and bad times. So I hope you gained something from this lesson. I hope you want to go spend some time with a special person in your life. So I hope you have a wonderful week. Stay safe and make sure you set aside some time to spend with your good friend. It'll be worth it.